Are you like me? Do you imagine all these fictitious scenarios in your head when you're shopping for clothing and just think, I have to have that for the picnics I'll have, for the frolicking through the fields and flowers, that one time I'll go to the beach? Ends up sitting in your closet for about 2 years. Hi, my name's Rachel. Oh no. Bangs are hard. How do you not look like Eric Matthews or young Leo? If you or anyone you know has bangs, you may be entitled to financial compensation. I want you right now, virtually go pat them on the back and say, great job, champ. It is what it is. 90s teen heartthrob, you got it. Hello, closet purge. Listen, I'm in a phase apparently right now where I just want to get rid of everything. Just chuck it all out the window. I feel like I did a closet purge not all that long ago, and yet here we are. I still have not worn 67% of this entire wardrobe. It was time for the purge. Especially the dress section. It is like a bunch of sardines in here. While I don't recommend comparing your clothes to dead fish, boy. This purge, I will be focusing a lot on dresses because I have kind of curated my tops. The autobiography of my life, from Maxi to Minnie. My new documentary. It's filmed on a $27 budget and it only premieres in Greenland. But before we get started, it's always weird when I have so much space to move around and enunciate. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. So to talk a little bit about that, here's sponsor Rachel. Oh, hi. I got mauled by a vicious beast. It was gruesome. Please come back to finish the job. Spare me. These are some monster nails that we will be cutting tonight. So as I said, this video is sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh is mouth-watering seasonal recipes and pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door. No stressful grocery store trips, which you know I strongly dislike. No stressful meal planning. Everything is just right where you need it. In fact, Nick and I stayed at a cabin this past weekend to celebrate our date-iversary. One of the nights I threw out the idea that we could just bring one of our HelloFresh bags, and it worked so well. That's one thing I really love about HelloFresh is that per recipe, everything comes in a brown bag. All we had to do was just grab that bag, grab the ground beef because we made the burgers, bring it on up to the cabin. Plus they offer a ton of options. They offer low carb, vegetarian, pescatarian, fresh produce, straight from farmers. It cuts out all that stressful prepping so you can have dinner on the table at around 30 minutes or even 20 minutes with their quick and easy recipes. Also, because everything is pre-measured, it means there's less waste. In fact, HelloFresh's carbon footprint is 25% less than store-bought grocery store recipes. You can change your delivery days or skip a week whenever you feel like you need to. HelloFresh has donated over 4 million meals to charity, continuing to do so amidst this crisis that we don't talk about. If you want to go check that out and start your meals, head to hellofresh.com and use my code RachelMaxi12 to get 12 free meals and free shipping. Also, side note, the cabin had saloon doors to the toilet for whatever reason. Man, I suggest you don't go in there. There's a snake in that water hole.
These are terrible.
Thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this video. And now let's continue to watch Rachel procrastinate. Welcome back. I still haven't started yet. All right. Do I look too much like John Lennon? No time like the present. Really toy. Up first, and it originally came with a red liner that I ripped out and used for wart. I did think this was like super stinking cute. If you could actually see it, that'd be smashing. Button this part and then keep this part. Just have some like really cute shorts under here. Oh, it's really cute. You know what? No. 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 All right, go. Also, by the way, not that I'm stalling or anything, but did you know that I learned to snap completely wrong? I think you're supposed to go like this, right? You know, like a quiet giraffe, and then... So I learned to do it with this. No, do I? No, wait. Yeah, I use my ring finger. It's not super effective. I wouldn't say that I have a boisterous snap, but I literally, it makes no sound. If you snap correctly in the middle of the forest, does it actually make any noise? No, because you're Rachel. Spooky girl. Ooh, no. I might keep you. I got this for a Beetlejuice Halloween look. Okay, I believe you. And it's really cute. I think it's from the 80s. But like, how cute would this be for like a little 20s beach look? Kind of like Sweeney Todd. I don't go to the beach, but what if I do? I'm just gonna stop. Shh. Mama's baby. I won't tell anyone if you won't. This is one that I'm gonna have to costume change. Probably down here on the floor so that my neighbors don't see me and also you don't see me. How's your week going? Any good plans for the weekend? No? Me neither. Well, fudge. I was so confident that I was gonna give this one away. It is really stinking cute, huh? Oh, I need better posture. I'm always standing like, sort of like a bulldog. Just hundreds of years of weird breeding. But then I feel like if I have this posture, this is a whoa, va va voom, bit. So I need to find like a middle ground. Sure, I'd be a prize specimen at the AKC dog show, but you know, strive for something in your life. And if that's it, woof. I would like to formally apologize for creating this monster. It reminds me of that abomination from Mars Attacks that severely messed me up as a child. I just like to say I'm sorry. Okay, I'm keeping this one. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now this one's a little sheer. Don't call the saucy police, alright? Super freaking adorable. I think it's from the 40s. There's like cute little bows here. It's a little sheer, so you know, it's a little sexy. Goal for today, if I haven't worn it, it's gone, okay, Rachel? I'm not used to seeing my eyebrows kind of thin. Weirded me out. I made them a little thinner this morning because it's one of the only things I can control. This was one of my first vintage reproduction dresses. Very pretty, does wonders for the goils. It's a very nice, you know. Oh, recycling people. I'm down. Oh God, I hope they didn't just see my little soiree I just did. Interesting content. And they're gone. What I was going to say, very much my husband mysteriously vanished and I'm heartbroken. Okay. Yep, this one's gotta go. This is another one, you can kind of see my bra through it, but you know what? All complaints can be forwarded to my HR person. And my HR person would also like to say, don't at me. I don't think I have ever worn this dress. Not once. Oh, this is disturbing. I don't like it. I look like an alien with no nipples. It would look super cute with like a black slip or something. It's gone. Why did I buy this? Very 90s. I feel like I just walked out of an episode of Friends. The one where Rachel buys too many clothes. But not that Rachel. That was a stupid joke. I'm so sorry. I will challenge Marie Kondo when it comes to sparking joy, because this dress does spark joy. But am I gonna wear it? No. I believe it is 1940s. This was one of my first actual vintage dresses. It's gone! Oh boy, we got a lot to go, huh? I gotta speed this up. Along the same lines, it's one of my first vintage purchases. Looks a little weird with just shapewear, but you know, gotta keep the intrigue. Okay. Very like Anne of Green Gables dirndl is a little too bright, kind of like a Pokemon. I'm kind of evolving towards my final form, which is just like being able to blend in to the ground in any environment that I'm in. And this is kind of a dead giveaway. But I suppose it's good to have a little diversity in your wardrobe, huh? Alright, I guess I'll keep this one. Dang it. This was actually caught in the shapewear. Okay. Very, very cute. Very flattering. But you know the drill. It's gone. By all means, seems like something that I would wear all the time. It is a dirndl. Cute little purple flowers, and then it has a very lovely purple lining. I don't particularly like when dresses or top have no space around the collarbone. Just don't find it very flattering for me because I have quite broad shoulders, so anything that kind of accentuates that, we discussed this. Nah. Pausing the video to tell you in this dress, I did indeed meet a pig named Snorkel and a unicorn. This one, no lie, I just bought before the dumpster fire of 2020 started. I don't know why I bought it. Honestly, I feel like I've outgrown this style. Looked really good on the model, and I was like, Gib. I don't know. It doesn't do much for me. This dress, this freaking dress. I feel like I can't be the only one who keeps an amount of extraordinarily glamorous evening gowns in their wardrobe just in case. Just in case what? Just in case you get invited to a soiree at an old creepy mansion atop a hill, and then while you're eating dinner, the lights shut off and someone mysteriously vanishes. I wore it to a Beverly Hills party during the Face Awards. It's not actually as cool as it seems, but in terms of my boring life, it was kind of exciting. Now I'm here. So someone else can look absolutely ridiculously glamorous in it. And now, my friends, a round of why am I like this? Here we have 2 brown gingham dresses. Fun fact, were bought at almost the exact same time, and I'll tell you the story. Stress browsing Etsy, came across one or the other of these and thought, yeah, a brown gingham dress. Boy howdy, I would like one of those. And so I ordered it. And then I guess I completely forgot that I did so and found another brown gingham dress and thought, boy howdy, I would like to have one of those. And then I ordered it, and then they both came, and I was like, shit. They're just like different enough that I have not gotten rid of either of them. What is wrong with me? Why am I like this? The executive decision, one of these has to go. So let's try on both and see which one I like. What? Is this the back?
So I am confusion.
Okay, I see. I hate it. I'm not even sure if this is the front. You can see the bra strap. It's just, IKEA instructions just to put it on. And because it hath angered me so, it shall be banished henceforth. And then this one is super stinking cute. I declare the winner. It's a reproduction dress from Lindy Bop. Pour one out for Lindy Bop. I think I kept it because this part reminded me of Lady from Lady and the Tramp. The chest is a little tight, and it's a little tight on my shoulders too, so I tend to gravitate towards comfort. And if I know a dress has just a little flaw where I'm going to be tugging and pulling all night, I immediately just don't want to wear it. And so I keep it. Why, you may ask? I don't have any answers for you. Buy this. Fun fact about me, you may or may not know, you probably do know, I am very influenced by the media I consume in regards to clothing impulse purchases. I don't know why I bought this. I don't know why. It's super cute, right? But it's just not me. I must have watched something that took place in the 1940s and immediately got on my phone. There should be a new decree where my phone is taken away from me if I'm watching a period piece of any kind, because no doubtedly, the minute the credits appear on screen, I will take out my phone and scroll vintage clothing and buy something like this. That is very beautiful, and it was expensive. But why? I love, what the peplum is doing to my hips. It is in fact making them lie. I look like an 80s businesswoman when I wear it though. I'm about to go to my job at the mall kiosk selling earrings in 1983. It's gotta go. Oh look, another evening dress that I got for the Face Awards for when I actually, for once in my life, attended parties. Okay, yeah! As my camera's shaking. Super freaking pretty. I feel like Satine and also like Wanda Maximoff has a little capelet. It's It's gotta go. Still far more dresses than anyone needs, but we're working. This is like mid-season character development when you can start to see some changes starting to be made, but not fully realized yet. I'm on tonight, on my hips tonight, I'm strong. Do you like my very accurate Shakira? I did that impression when I did the Little Women video from last year, but then Sony was like, no. Unless you have spoken to Shakira personally, you cannot have this in your video. And I was like, okay, Sony, I have not spoken to Shakira personally, so I suppose we will take it out. Here's the footage of that I can finally use now, a year later. Oh, baby, when you talk like that. Does anyone else get random cramps in their ribs when they like move the wrong way? And it feels like you're dying? Another weird thing my body does, very early in the morning, you're sitting in bed and you go like this. And you stretch your feet out straight. Feels like all the bones in your foot are going like this. And you just have to sit there like, until it goes away. Anyone else? Okay. So this actually used to be one of my favorite dresses of all time, but with a shirt underneath because it's very cute. It's kind of like 70s almost. Please, for the love of God, can we stop with high-low skirts? I'm just kidding. I don't know. Maybe some people like them, but like I don't. So listen, I very specifically want my kneecaps to show, but not the backs of my knees. I think for that reason, I have not worn this high-low. More like goodbye. Not my best. With that, finally dresses are done, but I do have some skirts that I think I'm ready to part with. So let's take a look at those very briefly. This one. I got this back when I was young and impressionable. I was going through a crybaby thing. Just wanted to be Wanda. But I think there comes a time where I need to look at myself in the mirror and say, no. Clearly does nothing for my figure. Kinda just makes me look like a sausage. I think the time has come where we part. Been quite an addition to my closet, a silent contribution, but it is time. Here's another skirt that I got back in the beginning days. It's lovely. Fun fact, I literally just broke the zipper. I think the only reason I held on to this skirt was because it reminded me of Belle. Because look at how cute. The older I got, the longer I prefer my skirts to be. Slowly evolving into an elderly librarian. This skirt is just like, it hits right at my kneecaps and just doesn't do it for me. All right, I think this is gonna be the last item. This skirt, I think the pleating makes it look a little tube-like on my body. My body needs something that just goes out like a triangle to distract from the fact that I got no hips. So I think, my friends, this is where we will end the purge. You may all come out of your houses and take off those stupid masks, but not these masks. Keep those on. I think we did pretty darn good. Here is the to-go pile. It's very heavy. And I know what you're thinking, but Rachel, this is all well and good, but we all know that this is just going to go in your big tub o' clothes downstairs. There's a 78% chance you are entirely correct. This week, I am going to set aside a whole day. Photograph, measure, organize. I'm going to photograph almost everything and then just sell in batches. I'll try to announce when I'm going live with batches early as I can. I try to keep everything under $40. I just want to give you guys a chance to own some vintage because I know vintage is very expensive. Let us hope that I don't fill up all of this empty space with just clothes I make out of tablecloths and curtains. Regardless, I do feel a little bit better about removing some of the clutter from my life so I can make room for more important purchases and items such as this. It's a model. Huh? All right, real quick, I just want to show you. Look at how tiny it is. So small. Thank you so much, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this video. I love you guys whether you're new or old to this channel. If you're new here and you feel like sticking around, feel free to subscribe. I upload every Friday and we have fun here. And I will see you in my next video. Bye! Okay. Especially you middle school principals, I'm sure you're doing a great job. 1 in a million, once in a lifetime, you may discover what all stands above. Is congeniality anyone? Oh, Jesus. God. Ooh. That was not a good sound. I know you've heard of ASMR, but have you heard of Rachel struggling to get out of a dress? It's both alarming and upsetting. Oh no, this is gonna make me sweat. Oh, my glasses. Oh no. Did I do that right? No, I don't think I did. What? What's happening? This video is just me. Well, I was gonna say talking to myself for 3 hours, but isn't that what I always do?